So, what's going on, guys? This is Brian Pickowitz here with BP Fitness, and we are really excited to share this episode of Cooking with Brian and Lindsey with you. So the goal of this episode is to go over the number one question that anyone asks us when they talk about becoming an online client of our coaching program, or just talking diet nutrition in general, and that is, how do you eat carbohydrates and lose weight? What carbs are good? What carbs are bad? Or what options are out there for me in order to make it so I can fit this into my diet and still reach my goals? So the episode today is going to include different options for you, how to cook them the best, and we're going to go over 3 different dishes so you can ultimately cook carbohydrates, add them into your diet, and make it work for you. So I hope this is an exciting episode for you, and now we're going to go over different options that you can have in your diet. So one of the biggest problems I think that a lot of people struggle with when trying to tackle a diet or a weight loss goal is they're afraid that they're going to lose a lot of food that they enjoy in their diet today, and they're also going to be starving and miserable. You know, you see all these things with the 21-day fixes and all these different Shakeology things that make people hungry, and they have to deprive themselves of different aspects of life that they enjoy. But the truth is, guys, is if you have the right plan in place and you understand these fundamental parts of nutrition, you can make anything work for you. So I have pasta here, I have bread. These are my typical carbohydrate sources: oatmeal, brown rice, I have my potatoes, I have some light, simple fruit, and I also have some rice cakes. Now, I'm not going to break down each one of these because that's not worth your time, and I think that we can talk about that if you have any comments. But the thing is each one of these have very limited amounts of fat. They have very moderate amounts of carbohydrates, and for the most part they have good amounts of fiber. And that's one of the things you want to be thinking about, is what is actually in these foods. Think about portions, think about the actual macronutrients, and the thing that you guys need to think about is you need to get a food scale. You know, eating intrinsically is important if that's what your goal is, but if your goal is to lose 30 pounds, if your goal is to transform your life, if your goal is to get the body that you want this year, you have to attack it in a certain way. But these carbohydrates are forms of energy. So there's nothing wrong with eating carbs as long as you control those different aspects and make it so it fits your overall diet plan. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over how to make healthy French toast and make it so that can be something that you add to your diet on a daily too.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So I'm gonna go over one of mine and Brian's new favorite recipes, and it's just very simple French toast. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients, and it takes 10 minutes. So all we do for Brian, anyway, for his portion, is 4 pieces of bread for the French toast, and that's about the same as a cup of oatmeal. So if you don't really like oatmeal, this is pretty much the exact same macros, slightly different. So it's about 1 egg white per piece of toast. So that's kind of how I make the batter. So really the difference is that I'm going to use cashew milk instead of whole milk, and egg whites instead of whole eggs, and then cinnamon, vanilla, whatever else you want to add to it. So all I'm going to do is separate my egg from my egg white. And each piece of bread is going to take like the exact same that you would cook regular French toast, a couple minutes on each side, brown and crispy. Sometimes I put a little bit of protein powder in the batter just to, like, I guess, hold everything together, as if I were adding just a tiny bit of flour or something like that. Separating egg whites might honestly be the hardest part. So 4 egg whites, I'm making 4 pieces. And then if I were to actually measure the cashew milk, or you can use almond milk, anything that's unsweetened, like 25, 30 calories instead of the whole milk. And I use maybe like a tablespoon per egg white, but it kind of varies. So I just pour enough in so that it mixes without making it too watery. And then I just add probably maybe a tablespoon of cinnamon at most, maybe a teaspoon. And just mix it up. And that's fine. And all I'm going to do is saturate my bread on both sides and then pop it in a frying pan with cooking oil spray, not cooking oil. And after that, I'll show you the finished product, and then Brian will eat it because it's not part of my diet.
So one of my favorite ways to eat carbohydrates is with potatoes. Potatoes fill me up really well. They're a complex carbohydrate and they work really well for balancing out that snack food that still is a different healthy food for your diet. And one of the tips and tricks that I show my online clients is that you can eat these and still kind of have your treats. So I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite things to eat on my diet, and that is potatoes, essentially French fries. So I'm going to show you how to cook low-fat French fries and make them so they fit your diet. So we've microwaved these for about 5 minutes each, and what happens is that they don't cook all the way through, but they cook just enough. And then from there, as you saw, I cut them so they're ready to be diced. And then what we're gonna do, be careful because they're hot, we're gonna cut them in half and put them in a way so that we can put them right in the pan. And see, they're already cooked pretty well. And separate them out the best you can. You wanna be careful, like I said, they're hot. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna preheat the pan to a certain heat and use cooking spray in order to set the actual pan up. And then we're going to cook these with some salt on them. But ultimately the goal is to create them so that they are potatoes and they're French fries that you can enjoy, put a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of cheese on, and enjoy. So I'll show you how these turn out in a second. So like I said, I want to make sure that we spray the pan, get a decent heat on that pan, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in there, divvy them up, and then we'll come back and check it out in a couple minutes. But these are going to be our French fries. So they turn into more home fries than French fries, but I think you get the idea. You can add any kind of things to this. So I add hot sauce, I add some ketchup, a little bit of ketchup. Just want to watch out for sugar, maybe mustard, or different seasonings and toppings to make them however you want. So this is our fries, and now we're going to show you how to make pasta and give you a meal to go. So what's going on, guys? I want to thank you for tuning into this episode of Cooking with Brian and Lindsey. And like I said, these are different options that you have to make carbohydrates work for you. So we did the French fries. They turned out perfect. I'm going to add some different seasonings, like they have bacon molasses seasonings you can add on that, or like I said, hot sauce, or even sugar-free ketchup. That's what I use. We have our French toast here. This is a stack that I would usually go with. If you're looking at a smaller carbohydrate portion, 2 pieces would be sufficient. But I've also prepared this for you guys. This is a surprise. This is a pasta dish with chicken, marinara sauce, and also fat-free cheese. So in total, this meal comes out to be a little under 500 calories. It comes out to be about 50 grams of carbs and roughly the same amount of protein. And the thing I want to show you guys is that you can still eat these things and you can still reach your goals. It's a matter of being on the right program and being in the right position and really knowing how to utilize it. The thing is, I find that most people aren't getting results because they're eating the wrong way. It's they're eating too much and you're not training the proper way. So when you need to put those two things together in order to really maximize your effort and make the progress that you want to. You know, 2017 is only just beginning, and I know that a lot of people are getting started on their New Year's resolutions, or maybe they fell a little far back. But the thing I want to tell you guys is that there's still hope, and the thing is, change happens the moment that you decide that it's going to. It doesn't happen on a new year, it doesn't happen on a new day. It happens in a single moment. It doesn't take you years to find out that you want to be healthier. It took that one instance and that one time for you to decide. That's what I want you to do. So this is our episode today, eating carbohydrates, losing weight, but ultimately I put this content out, we put this content out to help you guys, because it matters to us that you succeed. So we hope that you're having a successful 2017. If you guys have any comments on what we can help you out with, if you need any motivation, you let us know. If you need different diets, you let us know. Comment below, let us know what is going to help you out in 2017, or message us and we're going to get you where you need to be, because that is the ultimate goal of 2017. A year of success for us and ultimately for you. So thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you in the next episode and have a successful weekend.